wall of porn and starts to peruse with the look of pure horror at the filth that is on the wall.
No judgment, guys. It's 2017.
He
Puts
cannot...
a winks and says, "I know, right?"
he cannot. After a few moments, the look of disgust goes from his face, and he looks overly pleased? Question mark. That's the end of his turn because he can't do anything, and the orc that's carrying the sack tries to go through the wall. He has this awkward moment where he stands next to his friend and they're both looking at gnome porn.
Why don't I have mage hand?
Oh, Leigh!
But he cannot pass. But what he does do is he drops the sack. Well, it's less of a drop. He throws the sack through the wall. And what you see spill out of it is a bunch of bones onto the ground. And that ends his turn. And Bella is next.
Right. So, am I... You know the orc that's attacking Pirin?
Yeah.
With me.
What was that?
Attacking Pirin, since I was following right behind me.
Yeah, you're in melee distance.
So would I not be able to move away without occurring an attack of opportunity?
No, what I mean by is that you're probably behind Perrin. So you're out of their threat area.
Right.
So you could move into it if you wanted, but yeah.
Yeah, so Belle is going to put her taloned hand on Perrin's shoulder and say, "Fuck this chicken coop, darling." And then she's going to cast... Right. Are we alright? Are we all... Okay?
Back in the room, back in the room.
I nearly choked to death, but we're okay.
Dribbled on my book.
Bella is going to cast invisibility.
On me.
No, on me. Fuck you. Are you kidding me? I have 10 AC. I am not joining up against an orc.
Alright, so you turn invisible, Bella.
And then I would like to... So, what's the road ahead of us like? Is it like a wide pass? Is it like a cliff face that's to our right or left? Like how...
Towards the stone tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a narrow track, because this area is classed as like roughy terrain, like uneven terrain. So essentially you're walking on like rock formations, etc. But this trail, it's probably about a foot, 2 foot thick at its widest. And it's it's not man-made for any description, but it does wean its way through up this like large hill. So you're probably about 100 feet up compared to what you were before you backtracked a little bit. You're 100 feet up. It does raise up to I think it's something like 1,400 feet. So there's quite a long way to go. But you can see it weans up, and then you lose track of it after a while. But it does seem to go up.
Okay. So there's no way of like flanking these guys then, since it's just a straight narrow path?
I mean, you're off the path at the moment because you went to look at the body.
Any high ground that I can take?
If the further east you go, is technically there's like this slow incline that goes up, but there's no like huge boulder right next to them that you could get immediate high ground above them. It's quite open. You are out in the open at the minute.
Okay, I think I'll back off like orcs. I'll probably back off like maybe what's my movement? I think it's 30. It should be 30. Yes it is. So I'll back off my max distance and I will stay there.
Okay. So that's the end of your turn. And Alex is next.
I just want to run as far as I can into the fray.
Charge!
You move your full distance. Are you using your dash?
Yeah, I'll use bonus action to dash.
Okay. You get there. You get there with a little bit of leeway with movement as well.
Good. I can't do anything else now. Well, that's my turn.
Oh yes.
Would you have reached my gnome porn wall?
I mean, that depends on how close Alex wants to get to it.
Oh. Fuck. Does that mean I have to roll?
No.
Yeah.
Unless you want to pass through it.
Yes.
Well, I want to... Are there any that have come through it?
Yeah, so there's one that was attacking Pirin, which you still have needed to use your dash action to get to it, but you can be like within melee distance, ready for the next round if you want.
I'll go up to the one that's nearest Pirin.
Yep. Is
it Pirin or Pirin? With an I? Oh, okay.
Pirin.
Okay.
I don't pronounce my actual name, so why can't I just pick up and pronounce my character name?
So it's the last orc next. You notice that this last orc looks different to the other three. It appears to be wearing from a distance, it looks like a washboard across his chest. But as he moves closer, you notice that it's not really a washboard. It looks like bones that have been stitched together to form this sort of like stripped chest piece, and it's got like there's like a shrunken head hanging off one side. There's like a foot of some animal hanging over another. He has this like mullet. He has this long mullet that trails down to the bottom of his back that has like feathers and other sorts of weird things like wrapped into his hair that's never been cleaned. One of his teeth seems to be broken. And his arms seem to be... he has like handprints, painted handprints all over his arms. And he has one on his face. As he gets closer, he mutters something. And the bones that were laid in front start to shake and move. And for his action, he reaches behind and in his hand appears a javelin, and he throws it at Alex.
Well, okay. God, what's your beef?
That would be a natural 20.
That hit.
That is a natural 20.
No.
Bow, bow, bow.
No, it's gonna throw a javelin.
Not a natural 20.
Bring it.
A natural 20. That is... okay. That is 22 points of damage.
Ouch.
How many points do you have, Naomi?
30.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good.
There's that kind of like Ace Ventura moment where the javelin just goes straight through your thigh. Fuck!
But in a more Russian accent.
Now, right.
Yes.
If Bella replicates that, does that break invisibility?
You would have to roll a Constitution check, I'm afraid. Which is because you're not.
I will fucking. I will happily do that.
It is a DC of 10 because you haven't taken any damage, so that's the minimum it should be. So.
Yeah, I get it. It's a 15.
Ah, sweet. Yeah. So you just
again.
that. Alexa's scream seems to be in stereo for everybody for some reason, but it seems slightly further away as well, like it is an actual echo. So that ends the orc's turn, and it's back to not Ellie.
Okay. So I looked at some spells.
Okay.
Can I use any spells that are on here that I've chosen 5?
Yeah, so any of the 5 that you've chosen, including the starred one, so you should actually have 9 in total. You can choose one of them. It does say where it says time. If it says 1A, that's one action, or if it's 1 BNS, that's 1 bonus. So if you remember, you've got an action and a bonus action per turn. So certain spells take up certain slots. So depending on which what you want to do.
I was hoping to try Guiding Bolt on the orc that's currently attacking Pirin.
Okay. Nice.
What do I do?
What you need to do is first tick off one of your first level spell slots, because you have 4.
Yep.
And then what you do is you take your D20,
Yep.
add your attack modifier, which at the top of that page says +4.
D20. I got 6.
Oh, so you rolled 10. It
Yep.
actually misses. So you
I'm doing very well.
you fire from your holy symbol, whatever your holy symbol wants to be, glows, and a guiding bolt shoots out of your mace and just misses the orc that's attacking Pirin.
Hopefully it'll distract him a little. At least.
He possibly might be distracted.
I helped.
That's that's. I believe that might be the end of your turn.
I think it is, yes.
Yes. So unfortunately, you don't do any damage.
But I'm not dead yet, so it could be worse.
But you're not dead yet as well. Hang on. There's time yet. Sorry, I didn't say that out loud, did I?
I'm gonna die.
Okay, the Pleasure Gnome is next.
So, to keep up my wall of sexy, I have to be concentrating on it, so it kind of limits what I can do.
Yep.
But I can cast a spell that doesn't require concentration, can't I?
Yes.
Okay, I'll use another size spell. I don't know. It comes in the same school as the last one. It's another crowd discuss spell, so will I still be able to do it, or?
I think the class says that you can only use one of those features at one time. I think that's how it's done. To be fair, I haven't actually sat and read the 28 fucking pages of the PDF.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there is a lot of stuff.
Okay, so instead I'll use one of the other psychic talents.
Mm-hmm.
And use Mind Thrust. No, not Mind Thrust. Yeah,
what?
That's one. Mind Slam, sorry.
Mind thrust.
That just sounds so wrong.
That's a spell. There is one called Mind Thrust.
I don't believe you. I'm sorry. No.
I'm going to use Mind Slam.
Okay.
As an action, I target a creature I can see within 60 feet in front of me. The target must succeed in a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
That is a 10 after the modifier.
So that fails.
Yep.
So they take 1d6, which is 4 damage. So one of the orcs is admiring the wall.
Takes 4 damage.
4 damage. Are they large or smaller?
They are medium.
Medium, then it is not prone.
He is now prone. He is watching porn and he is prone. This is going a weird, very weird place at the moment.
Be careful, that shit's potent.
Oh dear. So the orc that is attacking Pirin is going to attack Pirin again. That is a 23.
No, it quite definitely hits.
Yes, that's a definite hit. You take 9 points of slashing damage.
It's been a scratch.
Did we make a Monty Python reference?
The orc is going to end its turn, and then it's Perrin.
Okay. I attack on my cast mirror image. Decisions. I'm just going to attack the motherfucker. Can I cast Agonizing Blast at him?
You do that at disadvantage because it's a ranged attack within 5 feet.
Right. D20 of D20s. 17 or 18, so 23.
That is a hit still.
Fuck yeah.
At point blank range.
Sorry, did you just say miss?
No, it's a hit. That is a hit. But he takes the hit at point blank range.
Okay, so plus a d6 from 40 damage. 18 points of damage.
Did you say 18 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. At point blank range, your agonizing blast tears a hole through the orc's chest, and everybody else sees is out of the back of the orc. It's kind of like this huge bubble quickly forms at the back of the orc, and like a huge zit, it like a 1.5 feet in size. It just pops and just explodes out, and the orc like tumbles back like a tree and just goes poof, and hits the ground, and he's fucking dead, man.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to move my hits onto the orc that fell over on the floor.
So the orc that is prone now has an hex.
I'd like to just kind of blow my fingertips. Okay, that is how we do it over my way. Queen sends her regards.
So it is now Serenity.
Yeah. I will turn my sights on the orc who is also knocked prone at the wall of porn that I don't want to think about at all.
You gotta pass through it though.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna use my fucking crossbow and stay very far away from your sick, twisted mind.
Nice. No need to apologise for that, mate.
No, 19.
No. Hit.
Hit. Whoop.
Nice.
And then I use this die.
Are you attacking the one that is prone or the one that is standing? Because there's two.
The one that is prone.
The one is prone. Okay.
I got a 1, so I'm going to use my ability to reroll that. And get an 8 instead, plus 1, so that's 9 damage.
9 damage.
Take that in the dick.
Yeah, you do hit him in the dick, or where you perceive the orc dick should be. And he does not look happy. He doesn't look happy at all. He looks quite miffed at the moment in time. So the other orc that is at the wall of porn attempts to pass through, and with his 17, I believe he does so. You see that he goes from being glassy-eyed and looking very happy, looking at his gnome bukkake porn, and he immediately looks completely fucked off, and runs and attacks Serenity.
Hey!
And that is a 18 to hit.
18 to hit, that hits.
And you take 9 points of slashing damage.
Ooh, that's not very nice.
It's not, is it?
Thanks, Keleigh.
The
It is, still.
The other orc that is on the ground stands, so he uses half of his movement, and goes to try and get through the wall of porn. And that is a 17 on his constitution save to get through the wall of porn. And he gets through. So a similar sort of thing. He looks a bit dazed. He was probably looking at some gnome pegging, and and makes his way through the wall of porn, and goes to attack Dwant. That is a 16 to hit.
I think that hits. 16, it does, yes.
9 points of damage.
9, cool.
9 points of slashing damage, to be precise. And it is now Bella next.
It would be vastly inappropriate for the Kenku to do sex noises. just like looking at this wall and just going, oh.
When you're taking damage, the wall is gone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Are there any orcs? Like, are they in range? I did back off like that.
Yeah, so you backed off, so you're probably, let's say you're 50 feet away. Because you get around about 30, so yeah, let's say 50 feet.
Right.
No, you'd be less than that, because you'd be about 30, just over 30 feet.
I think, fuck, am I gonna burn both my second level spells? Yeah, fuck it. I am going to cast Scorching Ray.
Ooh.
I create 3 rays of fire, hurl them towards a target within range, which is 120 feet. I can hurl them all at one target or several. Spell attack for each ray, and on hit I do 2d6 fire damage for each ray. So I'm gonna roll them all on 1. I'm gonna say, has 1 taken damage yet?
There's 2 that seems to be around Pirin, Serenity, and Dwant. And there's a orc chieftain that is getting close to them, but is further off. The 2 that's near the guys in the middle, one looks like he's took damage. The other one looks very fresh, and that's the one that's attacking Serenity at the moment.
I will go after the guy. I'll give him 2. The guy who's taken damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll wait for the third one. Okay, so it's a spell attack. 15 on one and 12 on the other.
First hits, second one misses.
And then I'll go for the third attack on him.
Yep.
That's 16 to hit.
16 is a hit on the third one, on the third ray.
Okay.
So you got 1 on each.
4d6 fire damage.
Yes.
Is 4, 8, 10, 11 points of fire damage.
So you've got
My invisibility breaks.
how many points of fire damage?
It was 11 points of fire damage.
Okay, so you needed to roll those separate, but what I'll say is I'll say that you do 5 on the one that's taken damage, and you do 6 on the one that hasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So the one that has took damage, you see the front of his person ignite in flames, and he falls on the floor, and everybody within a few seconds can smell cooked pork.
Orc bacon.
You just hear a very distant "Whiffy!"
It's kind of like a mix of like rotting corpse and cooked pork with potatoes and gravy.
Where does the gravy come from?
You have no idea, but the gravy smell is very prominent.
Gravy is infused with my sorcerer's arts.
Is gravy your secret?
Sure, those words
I can-
have been used in that sentence before.
I can perfectly replicate the sound of gravy being poured, and I do so, Ryan.
I'm going to start calling Belle Aunt Bessie. And no one's gonna know why.
Alex, you're next.
To use my movement to back up another 20 feet or so.
Okay. Alex, you're next.
Okay, so while all that was going on, I was checking in the book to see if I was proficient with javelins, and I am because it's a simple weapon. I would like to remove the javelin from my leg and throw it at one of the orcs.
You roll me an attack, please.
I will do this.
Any first aid advice? Don't pull it out.
Too late. It's like. Okay,
luckily, it didn't hit any any major artery or anything. It was in like a chunk of your, the meat of your thigh. So you won't bleed to death in the next 10 seconds.
Okay. So because it's thrown, it uses